Hello, angels. Are you ready for an amazing adventure with Angelina Jordan? Imagine that you are traveling through space and are facing a deadly enemy that can only be defeated by her voice. Imagine that you are part of a crew that loves and appreciates her songs as much as you do. This is not a dream, this is a reality. Welcome to the Angelina Jordan Effect, a fan fiction story that will take you to the final frontier with Angelina Jordan. I want you to try and relax and imagine that you are going down the rabbit hole with Angelina Jordan, but this time you have to really buckle up and be sure to wear your helmet because at the end of this journey, you will end up in a space adventure. Now, imagine you are standing behind the commander's seat at the USS Explorer. You are an important scientist who is being dropped off at a distant planet that only is visible once every 20 years. Logic is standing right beside Commander Jane. Everyone on deck is now looking at the screen. Ahead are some bright flashes of light. Suddenly they disappear and Commander Jane initiates the alert alarm throughout the ship. After a few seconds, the flashes reappear, but now there are 5 of them. Logic turns to Commander Jane and shouts, "Enemy ships ahead and they are using a warp tunnel." "Hyperspeed O'Malley," shouts Commander Jane. O'Malley shouts back that there just is not enough time to reach hyperspeed. "What can we do, Logic?" Logic raises one eyebrow. "We must release the Angelina Jordan Effect, Commander." You suddenly jump into the scene. "But the Alliance has not fully approved or tested the Angelina Jordan Effect yet, Commander. We only have one Angelina Jordan Effect, and that is the one I am supposed to drop off on the planet Paradise. I can only approve of its use for extreme emergencies." The commander turns to O'Malley. "What are your thoughts, O'Malley?" O'Malley, who is turning red and sweating profusely, adds, "I think if we don't get away from these bloody enemy ships, we are going to be destroyed. I think this situation could indeed be classified as a bloody urgent emergency, Commander." Meanwhile, at the enemy ship, the Swarm, they are ready to annihilate the USS Explorer. The Swarm starts to communicate through their hive mind when they realize the USS Explorer has no escape options, but then suddenly their spaceships start to violently shake. "What is that?" thinks the enemy queen, sensing a disturbance in her hive. Suddenly there is loud music that seems to have an immediate effect on the enemies. They fall back into their alcoves. The Swarm can't seem to move and their eyes are fixed on the screen, looking at a girl with long black hair and a white dress. She is barefoot. She smiles, then opens her mouth and a beautiful sound comes out. "Fly me to the moon." The Swarms are fighting the effect of Angelina on their systems. They are beginning to feel individual emotions and thoughts that disrupt their hive mind. It has got in their heads and hearts. Flashback to the Explorer. You reply, "It's working, Commander Jane." The doctor moves closer to Jane and says to you, "How do you know it is working?" You point to the enemies. "Look at them, Doctor. They can't move and they are smiling now like humans." The doctor answers back, "But the Swarm don't smile. They don't have any emotions." "Yes, Doc, you are again correct, but they don't have any resistance against the Angelina Jordan Effect." You continue. "And look, they are even singing along with her now. As long as we keep her music going, we can get away." "Okay, keep the music going. How many cover songs do we have programmed?" asks the commander. "About 80. We have more than enough of her cover songs to escape." The crew settles down, and a sigh of relief can be heard all over the ship. They have survived another day in space thanks to the Angelina Jordan Effect. The crew decides to listen to some more of Angelina's songs while they make their way to Paradise. They are amazed by her voice and her interpretations of different genres and artists. They start to share their opinions and feelings about her songs. "I love her version of Summertime," says Logic, surprising everyone with his calmness. She captures the essence of Ella Fitzgerald's style and adds her own twist to it. "I prefer her rendition of Someone You Loved," says the doctor, wiping a tear from his eye. "She makes me feel so emotional and connected to her pain." "I'm a fan of her take on Heal the World," says O'Malley, smiling brightly. "She makes me feel hopeful and optimistic about life." The crew of the USS Explorer laughs. They wonder what other songs she has in store for them and what other effects she could have in the Federations. How does Angelina affect you? Leave a comment. Hugs and kisses, Michelle.